Hello there. So today we're back in Greenville taking a look at my two favorite classic cars you can buy. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off here with the 1972 Navara Star. So this is in the trim with stripes in the color blue metallic and with gray hubcaps. I don't really talk about classic cars too much on the channel. I am more of a modern car enthusiast, but when it comes to classic cars, certain cars really spike my interest more than others, and this Datsun 280Z, I believe it is probably one of the best classic cars for the money you can buy in real life and in Greenville. This thing looks very, very good, and especially in Greenville, the model and the detail in this car is amazing. The entire grille here, and there's even a full radiator behind the grille. The depth on every single one of these little slats here, and even the windshield wipers are fully 3D. The window trim, too, is also fully 3D, is also fully 3D, and even the logo in the back, this tiny little logo, is 3D. When you hop into the car, the startup sound is amazing, the startup chime is amazing, and the idle sound is amazing. Revving it sounds very good, and of course, it being an old JDM car, it can for sure do burnouts. Here's your lighting: brake lights, turn signals, reverse lights, running lights, headlights, and turn signals in the front, all very detailed, and an extremely cute horn coming from this car. This is one of those classic cars that is not painfully slow. A lot of classic cars in Greenville are so slow that you really can barely even drive them, because you try to go off the line and it's just painfully slow to even get up to like 30 or 40 miles per hour. And with all the modern cars in Greenville, people always forget about classic cars, and they forget how slow these things are off the line. This thing is definitely not. Let's give it a quick launch here. Nice little burnout there. And we're already at 60. It does have a 4-speed transmission, but that is alright. The thing is not slow, and for a 1972 car, it handles very, very well. Surprisingly well. I could take these turns going like 55, 60 miles. Well, not that turn, but most of the turns, if I'm going like 45 to 50 miles per hour, I can easily make the turns, which is awesome. Because you would definitely not expect a classic car like this to be able to do that. Plus, this thing just drives amazing. It sounds good, and it looks good. Sometimes when you're driving a car in Greenville, you look at it for too long and you're like, this car doesn't look too good anymore. And I understand that. This thing, though, you never get tired of the way it looks, especially in the back. The classic license plates look super good, and the lighting is top tier. Definitely a #1 pick on my list for my favorite classic car in Greenville. But another car I really like in Greenville is the 1971 Mayflower Orbiter. Now, I have this in the base trim, which is only $13,000, keep in mind, in rally red and with silver 10-slotted wheels. This car, again, is very detailed. Plus, it doesn't look half bad. It's not as amazing as the Datsun that we just had, but it doesn't look too bad, and these wheels also look good. The hood detail is awesome, and if you go for higher trims on this thing, you do get a very cool detail of this little flap in the hood that pops up when you get in the car, Again, the windshield wipers are 3D, same with the door handles and the trim. The Mayflower badge is not 3D in this car, but every single piece looks very good. A lot of chrome on this thing. And when I bought this car, I knew the red didn't look the greatest, but I still think it looks pretty cool. Same story when you hop into the car. Startup is very good, and the idle sound is not half bad. It's not super noticeable, but it's not terrible. Plus, at high RPMs, it sounds good. Here's your lighting: brake lights, turn signals, running lights, reverse lights, and the running lights on the side work. They're the reflectors, so that is cool. Here are your headlights, and then your turn signals in the front. And when you have your headlights on, the turn signals in the front do turn off, and same with the taillights. Now this car is one of those cars, as I was talking about with the Datsun, that is painfully slow if you go for the base trim. Which is one of the reasons I don't buy this thing, which is one of the reasons I don't drive this thing all the time. The top speed is also only 100-ish miles per hour, under 2 miles per hour, and so it's not the greatest car to drive. The horn is pretty cool. So if you're going around corners, again, unlike the Datsun, it's not the best handling, but once you actually get up to speed, like say 45 miles per hour, it's not as slow anymore. Off the line though, I will say it is painfully slow, and I've been saying that a lot, but especially for this thing, it is very slow. The launch seems intimidating. You got a big burnout, a lot of tire smoke, but it takes forever to get up to 60. And I think the transmission could have something to do with that. It's only a 3-speed transmission. So only a 3-speed transmission, which is pretty crazy. But I mean, it looks very good. A lot of people are going to disagree. It doesn't look as good as the Datsun, but it still looks pretty good. And you don't get too much body roll, but there is a little bit of body roll. If you're buying one of these things, though, definitely go for the higher trim. I just thought $13,000, that's cheap. So I bought this thing. And I'm not too disappointed, except for the acceleration. With that said though, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, please consider subscribing. Go check out these classic cars in Greenville if you're looking for a pretty good daily driver, especially the Datsun, and something that, if you're driving in a roleplay server or something that's not banned and still drives amazingly. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button, please consider subscribing. Go join the Discord server at MSCardFanServer. The link will be in the description and in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.